Welcome to the Bogart Podcast, episode number 15. I'm Evan Bogart. With me today is my co-host David Parshall. And call on the show, 585-678-1660. That's 585-678-1660. I thought I'd turn off the furnace, and it's still going, so I don't know if that's going to interrupt what we're doing.
It's fine.
But email us at thebogartpodcast@gmail.com. Go to the merch page, thebogartpodcast.com/merch, and pick up new decals. Ooh, yeah. New decals. And,
yeah, brother.
And then we have logo stickers, and we have Beer Pirate Radio stickers. So, support what we do and buy some merch. So, yeah. What a fucking week.
Yeah, what a week.
So, how you been doing?
You know, I've been all right. I could complain. I could not complain, you know.
Yeah.
I just got these nose hairs that I gotta get.
Ugh. You're really digging in there.
There's like nothing more satisfying than when you pull out nose hairs.
When I clip my nose hairs, I always have to sneeze afterwards.
Yeah.
It's a reaction. It's just like
Do you take a trimmer up there and trim them, or do you like pull them out?
I just pull them out.
Yeah.
That's more effective than trimming them because they're just going to be back in 2 days.
Well, if you pull them out, they're still going to be back in 2 days.
I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So, what a week I've had. You want to start with your week first?
Yeah. You know, I had work this weekend, and that was not a nightmare, but a nightmare, I guess you could say. I don't know. It's just, I don't know how to describe it. Babysitting, like, there's just, you know, you try to do stuff, right? Everything's online now. You try to do stuff online, and nothing ever works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just, like, still dealing with that. And, yeah, I can't remember. What did I mean, you remember, like, you were asking me something, and I can't remember what I said, but this is, like, during the weekend. What was there that was, like, besides, like, this kid who I had to tell several times to shave, right? Because there's a few things you have to do in the military. You know, you show up on time, in the right uniform, a fresh haircut, and clean shaven, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this kid can't do any of them.
Does he choose not to, or does he just be lazy, you think?
So he shows up on time. He shows up in the right uniform. It's just, you know, the haircuts and the shaving is what he's having an issue with. However, so he hurt himself at work a couple weeks ago, and he let me know, and I told him to do this, blah 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 blah. So he hit his chin, right underneath his chin.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I can't shave because I got stitches. Like, okay, that's fine. You know, the stitches came out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he shows up Saturday morning with like a full beard, and I was like, you got to go shave. I didn't really see him much that day, but that's whatever. So the next day rolls around, and you know, I had to tell him again, you need to shave. And then other people like, and you know, I took him to the side,
Mm-hmm.
You know, I talked to him quietly so others wouldn't hear. I'm like, you know, petty officer, whatever your name is, I'm not gonna say what it is on here. Fuck it, you know, no one knows. No one probably listens to it anyways. I'm like, Petty Officer Morris, you need to go fucking shave. Do you want, you know, like a first class or a chief coming up to you telling you to shave? No. So go fucking shave, right? Obviously he doesn't do it. You know, one of our first classes, you know, getting on his ass about him shaving. Another petty officer, the second class, is getting on his ass about shaving. So, like, you know, there's three of us getting on his ass about shaving, and he finally went to go shave. And he just did such a terrible job. He, like, left a bunch of shit on the side. So I'm like, let me go check it. And like, nope, go do it again. And he didn't. But, yeah. Just these kids, man. Just babysitting adults.
Yeah, I remember a long time ago where I worked at Inn on the Lake And I remember it was like one of the last weeks I worked there because it was a seasonal job. And the boss at the time, she's not there anymore, so Cynthia was her name.
Yeah,
And
bitch.
she was like, "Oh, you have to shave." And she hands me like this really shitty one blade disposable shaver. And she's like, "You got to go shave." And I'm like, "I'm not gonna, I need like a decent shave, like a shaver, not those disposable one blade pieces of shit." So I was like, "Well," and I just made up some excuse that I couldn't or whatever. And the next week I got let go anyways. So
Yeah.
I mean, and then she didn't have shaving cream or anything. She just had a razor, and she's like, "Go in the bathroom and shave." I'm like, "That's not how it works." I mean,
Yeah.
I could do it that way, but I'm gonna end up with toilet paper on my face because I'm gonna bleed all over the place.
You see, I don't use shaving cream when I shave. I mean, I don't grow a lot of facial hair, right?
Uh-huh.
Just like I can grow, pretty thick goatee and mustache, two mustaches, because it doesn't really grow fully in the middle.
Yeah.
And I just get like shit on the sides here, but I don't use shaving cream. I just, get my razor nice and hot and wet, and I wet the face and just go to town. I was always worried about like getting bumps because like my cousin, he would get bumps and stuff, and Cody would get terrible bumps too, right? This is while we were in high school and whatnot, and they all just grow out their beards and look disgusting.
Yeah.
Because I prefer a clean shaven face,
Mm-hmm.
and but yeah, so I just don't use shaving cream.
Yeah.
Maybe I could get a closer shave if I used shaving cream, but I don't use shaving cream.
Do you ever get like nicks and cuts? No.
No, cuts very minimal.
Yeah, like razor burn.
No, like draw a little bit of blood.
Oh, really?
From slicing certain part, but yeah, like hardly ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I once, I mean, I grew my beard out for a while, and now I'm just shaving it like every other day, just shaving it down to the thing. I might grow it out in the wintertime again, but again, I'm having a midlife crisis right now, so.
Yeah. I remember when I worked at Bristol Mountain, they wanted grooming standards, right, for the lift attendants and most people that work there, but like, I'm like, whatever, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't grow facial hair anyways, but like everybody else had beards and stuff, and they wanted it to be neat and presentable and no more than like an inch in length and stuff, and I'm like, come on, you gonna do that when you got these people working out here in below freezing temperatures for 10 hours a day? Get the fuck out of here when you're sitting in your Ivy Tower counting that money.
Yeah.
Your overpriced lift tickets.
Jeez, yeah. I haven't looked at the pricing this year for the ski passes, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be really bad price.
I'm sure it's going to go up a couple bucks like it does every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was this weekend, dealing with kids. The previous weekend, we ran a 5K
Yeah.
for the troops, USO. For all loyal listeners, you can just Google what the USO is. It helps military people and their families. They're in airports. If you're a military member, you can go to the airport and get to the USO lounge at the airport and get free snacks and whatever. They put on concerts for deployed places, and so yeah, we did the 5K. We did it in 2019 also, and yeah, it's a good time. Support the troops and get a bunch of free shit. And this year we did a little bit better than the previous year. Every year that we do it, the 2 times that we did it, we brought our kid with us and pushed her in a stroller, because we have a running stroller or a bike trailer stroller thing. It's like a transformable, changeable type of thing. So, but she's too tall for it now. Yeah, so we did that, and I was 9th in my age group.
There you go.
Out of 22 people, but there was like 500 or so, like 500 something people in the 5K part. So there's a 5K, a 10K, and a half marathon, which is 13 14 and some change miles. And we did the 5K because it's shorter. It took us 37 minutes. The fastest I ever done one was 30 minutes, which is like a 10-minute pace, which is so fast. And I'm just like such a terrible runner because I'm fat and slow. But yeah, it's fun. I had a beer at the end at 8 a.m. in the morning.
Nice.
And that was like the earliest I've ever had a beer in my life.
Really?
Yeah. It's 8 a.m. And it was gross. It was Budweiser was the beer sponsor for it. And they had Bud Heavy, Bud Light, and some kind of something that, had flavor. You can't really see it because I'm doing the air quotes. Because, people aren't, you can see it, but the listeners can't see it. But, yeah. And, we got a bunch of free shit, a t-shirt, a finisher medal, and, yeah, it's a good time. And what did we do during the week? I honestly don't remember what we did during the week. I think we went grocery shopping. Today we took the cats back that we were fostering because, they're better, and it's time for them to get adopted. And we picked up another litter of kitties.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh,
that we're
boy.
fostering. These little cats don't have ringworm like the other pair did.
Mm-hmm.
And but they're just super tiny. They're only like a month old, so they just gotta we just gotta feed them and get them to a bigger weight so they can go back and get their nuts and vaginas chopped off and then adopted.
There you go.
And yeah. And yeah, I don't know what else. What about you?
Well, things could be better. But
Oh yeah, what happened? Is that the dog?
No, I mean,
Did you and Laura break up?
no. Well, let's start off with happened earlier in the week, or last week. They took the trailer that was across the street from us.
Oh, awesome!
It was a short double wide.
Was it repossessed?
No, I think the people that lived there must have just left it. I don't know, because no one lived in it for about 2 years.
Wow.
And I thought it was a normal trailer. I mean, I was thinking about seeing if Laura's mom would want to live there.
Well, why would she want to live there? She's got a nice place in the city.
I don't know. But anyways,
right on the lake.
no, she doesn't live by the lake.
Oh, I thought you said she lives by the lake.
No, she lives in an apartment complex. And so they took that. And so what I'm thinking now of doing is upgrading our trailer. If they put a new trailer in, see if we can get into that trailer. And then having Laura's mom live in our trailer now, and she can pay the lot fee and then a small fee to rent to own to us. So, yeah, you get what I'm saying?
You should absolutely do that.
Yeah, so she would get the trailer that I'm living in now. We would move across the street, and then we would charge her. She would have to pay for the lot fee and then the rent to own fee.
Yeah.
But
$10,000 a year.
But
for the next 30 years.
But let's say that I sold this trailer back to Cook's property.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Cook's property could give it to Laura's mom, but the rent to own would have interest in it. So I'm thinking if I kept it and then she did rent to own to me, I wouldn't charge interest.
Why not?
I don't think I would do that. There's no reason to.
Why not? You're not in the business of handouts. You're in the business of making money.
Well, I mean, it's not really a handout.
Especially with your situation now.
Yeah.
We'll get into that later.
But that's what I'm...
Have you talked to the fine trailer park supervisors of Sunnyvale Trailer Parks about them putting in a nice double wide? And
No, I emailed them and I was like, yeah, I'm interested in upgrading. And, hopefully
they said, get fucked, nerd.
Yeah, basically. But, yeah, so I'm hoping they get back to me and we can maybe upgrade. Because if they put a double wide in there, that would be amazing. And then we would have Laura's mom live across the street. So, I mean, if anything came up, she can come over to do things or whatnot. So,
My nuts itch.
But, and then Maddie had a skin infection.
Oh, no.
So,
is it the ringworm?
No, it's not ringworm. But she had hot spots when we first got her. And you can only see about like good 3 spots on her, but then we shaved around the hot spots with a electric shaver, and it was all over her body.
The same one that you used to trim your beard?
No,
Oh.
Laura's sister came over. Shout out to her. She came over and we
Shout out. What is this? The early 2000s? No one does shout outs anymore.
yeah. So we shaved around the hot spots, and it was just all over her body. And so we were like, fuck. And so we took her to the vet today. And, they gave her steroids and antibiotics. And a shampoo that's supposed to help her heal the hot spots and the infection. So, but yeah, so we did that today. And yeah, hopefully that works out because I am tapped out. So,
How's your sober October going?
really rough.
Really rough.
Really rough. Today was one of those days where I just wanted to crack open a cold one and booze until I lose. So, but I'm keeping strong.
Boozing till you're losing. I can't remember what day it was. I think it was Saturday. Coming home from work, I can't remember what we had for dinner. Oh, we had sausages for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I had to go get stuff for chili because it's fall now, right? And that means chili on Sundays whilst watching the Bills. Shout out to the Bills, right? So yeah, I went to the grocery store, and the Publix down the road, they have, they sell Labatt Blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Canada's finest. And they have the tall boys in the can, 24-ounce behemoths, I call them. So I bought them, all of them, all 3 of them.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was like, I hope that they restock, so when I have my Buffalo Bills themed Super Bowl birthday party, because my birthday's on the Super Bowl this year, or the Super Bowl's on my birthday this year, and if the Bills are in it, we're going to have a Buffalo Bills Super Bowl themed birthday party.
Yeah.
So I gotta stock up on Labatt Blue.
Nice. Yeah.
Because what goes better than the Buffalo Bills and Labatt Blue? Nothing, right?
Yeah.
They go hand in hand.
Hand in hand. Yeah.
Chicken wings, buffalo chicken wings,
Yeah.
beef on whack. Right? Is that what it's called? Salt potatoes? No, that's not a Buffalo thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So you're invited if you want. February 12th. It's also going to be my 29th birthday. So hopefully they stock up on the tall boys.
Why can't you just get a regular, 30 rack or something like that?
They only sell, I think they do 6 packs of bottles.
Oh, okay.
And maybe 18 packs of bottles or 12 packs of bottles. And then the tall boy can. But I hate it. I hate their beer out of a bottle. It's like I've come to the realization this, late into my 20s, because, I'm only 29.
Mm-hmm.
And that I prefer beer out of the can, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't like draft beer. Here's why I don't like draft beer. Because, I think, a good majority of the time, the people that are maintaining these draft systems don't do the best job. Are they getting cleaned properly? Probably not. Because I remember, going to that one bar in town, starts with a T, ends with an Tavern. The Tavern.
Yeah.
In town. Their beer always tastes like shit out of the draft system.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't really care for bottled beer because like there's a slight chance it can get skunky and it just tastes awful. So that's why I always stick with a can.
Yeah. Every time we have a get together here and we have a fire, Laura's mom always brings over bottled beer, and I don't know what it is, but I can down a bottle of beer 10 times quicker than a can. I always leave about an inch or two.
That's not an inch or two. That's like a quarter of an inch.
Yeah, about an inch. I'd leave about an inch.
That's so much.
Yeah, I know. I forget about it.
They're only like... You gotta use koozies. I started using koozies.
Yeah, so...
It keeps them colder.
Yeah, I mean... But I'll forget about it, and then I'll open up another one, and then I'll find like 3 that are like semi-drank, and so... I don't know. So that's why... With the bottles, I don't know what it is, but it just goes down the gullet. So
yeah, you put a straw in it to maximize airflow, and you just pour it down the gullet.
Yeah, so I mean, but yeah, they usually bring over like a 28 pack of bottles, and I'll go through like half of them in one night. So, and then what?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh no, that's all I had to say.
Oh. Well, I was going to say, I was like super excited that I saw at Publix they had the Sam Adams Oktoberfest in a can, which you hardly ever see.
Oh, yeah, that's rare.
So I was like super excited. Do I want to get it now or no? I'm like, yeah. Because I was like, yeah, you guys got a few still. And then, so maybe the next time I'll go, I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
Because I loved canned beer.
Yeah. Canned beer is good. Bottles, I get too drunk too fast, so.
Because you drink too many of them.
Because
it goes down so smooth.
Yep. So, but yeah, I guess the final thing I want to talk about this week is I am no longer employed by JIE Advertising.
Oh no!
I got an email saying that the company was dissolved, and basically they are not going to be open after, I think it was December 1st, and then January 1st we get our care package, or what is it called?
Severance package?
Yeah, severance package. We'll get a decent severance package. So, I mean...
Shout out to JEI Advertising for, giving Evan stable work for the past 10 years. It's been a good run. It's been real. It's been fun. And you're going to be missed.
Yeah, I'm just ready to get back to work to a steady paycheck.
Right, so here's what you do, Evan. You contact all your clientele, right? Mm-hmm. Like, hey, I'm going freelance. If you want to continue your services,
I
do it for a little bit less.
Nah, I'm ready to get out of the house and start working, and try to get rid of this anxiety that I have, like social anxiety. I just want to work out of the house and try to, make friends.
Work out of the house.
Was that?
Not work out of the house. You're working out of the house now.
Oh, that's what I meant. I mean, working out of the house. So.
Yeah, you're working from home.
Okay. Anyways, I'm not working from home anymore. I'm going to be going to another location.
Yeah, because you're not working.
Yeah.
So, if you guys got any job openings, my man could use a job.
I got a job interview tomorrow morning.
Oh, awesome.
It's
It's a shame that the Corona isn't still going, because it'd be her perfect time to start a Bogart's beer service.
Beer service? Just deliver beer?
Remember when we talked about it? You delivering beers by bicycle around the park?
Yeah. One of my friends that I had back in the day, he told me that the trailer park he lived at had a shed, and they were selling cigarettes and
That's from
soda.
the Trailer Park
No,
Boys.
yeah, it's from Trailer Park Boys, but they actually like they sold like cigarettes and
Individual cigarettes?
no, it was like pack cigarettes. Like he would buy cartons and then like sell the packs out, and he would walk down every night and pick up his cigarettes and whatnot, and then, but yeah, I mean, you know, if I got really desperate, I just buy a shed from Lowe's, start buying cigarettes, and start peddling cigarettes.
Going up to the reservation and getting the cheap cartons of cigarettes and
Yeah. But when I was working back at TGI Fridays, I used to go. When I smoked, we used to go down to the res and pick up cartons for people, and we would just charge them an extra $5 to $10 a carton. And we got in trouble from the managers at TGI Fridays because they were like, "Why are you selling cigarettes during work hours?" Like,
whoa! Who said about selling cigarettes during work hours? I'm just going to the res, taking, bringing back people what they ordered.
yeah. So, yeah,
So you got fired from TGI Fridays for peddling cigarettes?
No, I got fired. This is why I got fired from TGI Fridays. So, back in the day, they had a problem with people stealing from the Red Bull cooler, and so they started leaving cans of Red Bull out everywhere because they wanted someone to pick it up, and then they were going to fire them for stealing. So what I did, I didn't know about this. I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, no one knew about it.
Yeah.
It was a sting operation.
So there was 2 cans, and I thought it was my friend John Boy's Red Bull, and I was like, okay, it would be funny if I drank it, and then he would be like, who the fuck drank it? So I drank the Red Bull, and I put it back down, and I wrote in a sticky note, I owe you, and I put it on there. And so then management came, and they were like, oh, who drank this? And I was like, I did, because I was John Boy's. And he's like, no, that was the company's. And then, so basically I got fired because they did a sting operation to find out who was stealing. But joke's on them because they went out of business like a month later. So
I was going to say, so you were the one stealing all the Red Bulls?
no.
Were you?
No.
How many did you steal?
I didn't steal any.
How many did you steal?
I didn't steal any.
How many did you steal?
I know who did, but I'm not going to say because,
You're living with her.
Well, you know what? I haven't talked to whatchamacallit forever. His name was Daryl. He used to come. He used to grab Red Bulls from the fridge, and he would drink them during his shift. And I don't think he ever reported it. And so that's why they were like, when they did inventory, they were like, hey, you stole.
Who's drinking all the goddamn Red Bulls?
Yeah. So. But. Yep, I have a job interview tomorrow morning.
Awesome.
So hopefully that all works out and I can start paying back this credit card debt. Because it's not looking good.
Man, just get another credit card, right? And pay off the credit card debt with that one credit card.
You can't do that.
And then the next month, pay off the other credit card with that credit card and just cycle back and forth.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't pay a credit card debt with another credit card.
Why
It
not?
has to be in a bank account. So
Does it, though?
Yeah, it does. I
Well,
looked this up,
I know
and
that-
you don't think you can't.
I
do
know
it.
that the credit card that I have is through the bank that I go to. And that's the only credit card that I have.
Yeah, I don't know, but I
You should
gotta.
try it.
I'm planning on doing, if I do get employed, I want to do is 6 months to have one of my credit cards completely paid off. And
How many credit cards do you have?
I have 3.
Oh my god, so many.
I have a Lowe's credit card, but you can only use the Lowe's credit card at Lowe's.
No.
So-
Excuse me, I'm so embarrassed.
So I have a Discover card, that has like a cash back reward, and then I have a Capital One credit card that I opened just because of the furnace. Well, actually, I opened it up for the Vegas fund that we were going to go to Vegas, but that's not happening anymore.
Hey, you never know, you know. I gotta go do something real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well,
I gotta take my medicine, so just hold tight. It's only gonna take like a minute.
yep. All right. So, if you want to call into the show, dial 585-678-1660. And if you want to email the show, the Bogart Podcast at gmail.com. Support our podcast by going to thebogartpodcast.com/merch. We have decals. I have a shirt. I have one shirt. It's a size extra large, and it's a green logo t-shirt. It's still for sale. I can mail it out to you the next day. So go support the podcast. I really need it right now. So, but yeah. So while Dave's taking his pill, we'll be right back.
All right.
And we're
I'm
back.
Said to take my blood pressure medicine.
Yeah.
It's like I have a reminder on my phone because, you know, I'm only 29, but I'm pretty sure I have early onset dementia because I just am so forgetful lately, and I have to have reminders.
Mm-hmm.
And I take it at 9 p.m. and it's now 9:21, and it didn't. I mean, it went off, but I didn't see the banner part because it says "Take your medicine, motherfucker." It doesn't say the motherfucker part. It says something about taking my medicine. But there's another application going on my telephone, so that's why I didn't go. But yeah, so. Whew.
Yeah. I'm like, when I feed the dogs in the morning, it's like pretty early, and I always, probably the afternoon, I'm like, did I feed the dogs? I'm like, oh, I don't remember. But
So you go and feed them again?
yeah, I
usually rolls around. It's like, did I feed the dogs? So you feed them a third time.
Yeah,
And that's why they're fat.
Nah. I mean, Maddie did gain 2 pounds in 3 weeks.
Oh my, you guys have had her for 3 weeks already?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, this will be the 4th week we've had her for a month. So,
Crazy.
but yeah, yeah, so.
So, life's in the dumps.
I mean, it's not in the dumps. It's just, it's frustrating because I don't know. Maybe it's 'cause I'm frustrated because I have been doing Sober October, and I usually have a couple beers if I'm stressed out, but lately it's just, I don't know what it is. It just seems like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
So Halloween's coming up.
Yeah.
What are you going to be for Halloween?
We might do just having the family over, and if anything, I'll just wear one of my cowboy shirts. It's like a pattern. It has like it's basically a t-shirt, but it has like the look of a cowboy design on it. And I have like a cowboy hat.
Get a bunch of 30 racks of Bud Light.
And make Bud Light gear.
Go Bud Light beer.
Yeah. Nah, Laura sent me that a long time ago, so.
Yeah, Harper. We went to a park a couple weeks ago. I don't know, actually, I don't remember when it was, but there was a girl in Spider-Gwen, or Ghost Spider, from the Spider-Man cartoon that came out a couple years ago, Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Gwen Stacy. So Harper's like, oh my god. I was like, I want that for Halloween. And she's just like talking about it nonstop. So we ordered one off of the Amazon, and it came last week. And yeah, she wore it a bunch the first couple days and slept in it the first night. Wore it the whole day the next day, and so she's gonna be Ghost Spider or Spider-Gwen for Halloween. And we got pumpkins too. One weekend.
Now,
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
what, yeah, if anything, we're just going to have family over and have pizza or something like that. And then,
Well, we're gonna when I say do, I mean don't know what I'm gonna dress up as, but we'll take the kid to either like a trunk or treat or trick or treating.
yeah.
Maybe a trunk or treat. That's safer.
Yeah, I mean,
Do it on base because that's safer.
yeah.
I think they're doing. I don't know.
I,
Where's they doing
when Laura used to work at the daycare center in Canandaigua, they had trunk or treat, and she would dress up like something and decorate the trunk, and then they would have to vote for who had the best trunk design, and yeah, we used to do that all the time for Halloween, and then for the trailer park though, I it's usually the older kids that come up to your door and be like, "Hey, can we have some candy?"
it? No, get out of here. This is for the little kids.
But I think what we're gonna do is just leave a bowl out there of candy.
No, don't
and
do that. Don't do that. Don't even participate.
No,
Yeah, because like you get the high school kids that take the whole bowl.
I mean, I don't know.
We did that one year where like Harper was too young to trick or treat, so we just stayed inside. But we like left a bag with candy outside, and it was gone within like 5 seconds because kids just like take everything.
Yeah,
It's like, really, come on.
yeah. We did have actually. I think it was last year. We had one kid come up, and Laura bought like a shitload of candy. And Laura's like, well, we didn't really get any trick-or-treaters this year, so you can have it. And dumped the whole thing in her bag. And she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, that's crazy. Like, I don't know. But,
And then that kid came back the next year and was like, sorry, we're not home tonight.
yeah, this year, I don't think we're going to leave out candy or if we do, we're just, I don't know.
So, we got any emails?
No.
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 What's wrong with these people?
No. Okay,
Some
let me...
loyal listeners, these assholes are.
So, I want to talk about something that's been bugging me for about
Your whole life?
2 months now.
Oh, no.
Our friend that went to high school with us, a professional skier named Ahmet Dadali. Let me talk about him real quick. I'm sorry, but if you had a career as a skier and you were voted the skier of the year and you had multiple awards and you had multiple sponsors and then you, because of a little virus, moved to a different part of the world and just be a bum, a beach bum. I'm sorry, but I would die to have what he had. I would, you had sponsors have him travel around the world to ski. But then a little virus happens, and then you have to be a beach bum and then post stories about how the coronavirus was the government's fault and shit like that. I'm sorry.
You know what? He is entitled to his own opinions, okay?
Yeah, but you know what,
And
though?
You know what? I agree with him.
Oh, you think it's all the government that started this coronavirus?
Absolutely.
Bullshit.
All that stuff that he has, yeah, I agree with him.
Half
And
the
fuck
time...
you, Evan. Fuck you, Evan, for not. He's just supposed to be your best friend.
Yeah, but you know what, though? I mean, if I had sponsors paying me to go around the world to ski, to do what I love to do, why the fuck would you give that all up and just be like, hey, I'm going to move to wherever he is, and because I don't agree with the government, it's like, come on, man.
Jack Black said it best. The government totally sucks.
Yeah, it sucks, but you know what? Why give up your career because of it? It's bullshit.
He doesn't have to listen to the government, okay? He is a free human being. And he can do whatever he wants.
Okay, so he can go around and travel on a scooter to village, and
As long as he's happy and safe, I don't care what he does.
Yeah, it just pisses me off. I mean, I would, if okay, so back in high school, me and Annette, right? We were gonna move to Mammoth, but things got in a
You
way.
flaked out like a bitch.
I did flake out because I knew back then that the skiing wasn't gonna be my career. I needed to do something for myself to have a career and to make a steady living. He, at the age of 18, had sponsors paying him to go all over the United States and to ski. So, I mean, he had a career. I knew that I wasn't going to have a career in skiing. I just knew it. I mean, I wasn't the greatest skier in the world. I did pursue it a little bit after high school, but I knew it wasn't going to be a career for me, so.
You just didn't put in the hard work and dedication like Emmett did.
Well, I mean, Emmett was a talented skier. He won events all the time. It just dumbfounds me so much. It makes me frustrated.
Well, maybe you should get him on the show.
And I was going to have him on the show, too, because I wanted to do a podcast called Bogart's Friends. And I was going to do, the friends that I grew up with and talk about growing up. But then, all the time, he's posting things about, oh, well, the government spread the coronavirus and it could have been prevented. And it's like, yeah, it could have been prevented, but it happened. So what? Deal with it.
It's just a little cold.
Yeah, really.
And,
I mean,
the only reason why I got the vaccination is because I wanted to keep my part-time job.
And it's just, and then he posts stories about anti-vaccine and everything, and it's like, dude, it's a shot. It won't kill you. It has a little side effect of I feel like you have a flu afterwards, but that's it. Who cares? If it has a long-term effect down the road, oh well.
You should get him on the show.
I don't know. I think I would get frustrated too much, and I would have to end it short.
I'm going to reach out to him and tell him.
No, don't.
Yeah,
because
I'm going to do it.
No.
I'm going to tell him to call in.
Yeah.
8:45 Eastern Time on a Monday night.
Because when I talked to him, he wanted to be on the show, and he said that I would have to do it 8, 9 in the morning because that'd be 9 o'clock at night where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, well, we'll plan around it. But then he started posting all this shit, and I was just like, no way, I don't want to talk to him right now because it just makes me frustrated as all fuck.
You sound like one of them libtards.
I sound like a person that wouldn't drop everything because
you sound like a sheep, one of those sheeple.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to him. We'll have him get on. We'll get him on the show.
You tell him to call you then, because I don't want to.
No, it's your show.
I know it's my show, but it's just I really can't. I really cannot do with it.
You have to.
So. But yeah, I don't know.
So no emails this week?
No, Matt emailed me a while ago, and I kind of.
What did he say?
He just said go to church.
Go to church.
So that made me frustrated too because,
That's funny. There's this I'm gonna do the air quotes metal band out there called Ghost, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not really metal, but they look the part. So the dude, the front man, dresses up. Well, he used to dress up like the Pope, but with corpse paint. For all you metalheads out there, you know what corpse paint is, and you probably know who Ghost is. So there's this meme thing going around of him pointing, right, and someone wrote the captions, "Yo, motherfuckers need Satan."
Yeah,
that's pretty funny. So we'll make that the thumbnail, and yeah.
The metal What is it?
That picture.
Oh, okay. You'll have to email me the picture so I can do it. Or send me a picture.
I'll snail mail it to you.
Yeah. But,
You got any news and Bogart's thoughts?
Bogart's thoughts. No, I had to deal with a bunch of things this week. Especially the job thing. That was...
Yeah, jobs suck, don't they?
That's what stresses me out the most. But, I mean, it's out of my hands. I can't really...
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks, because I've been in there since 2015. My probation officer got me the job. He was like, well, what's your skills? And
I don't have any skills.
No, but I mean, he was a cool dude. He was watching out for me. He was like, well, we got to get you employed somewhere. And he pulled some strings and got me an interview. And I worked my way up from being one of the graphic designers there. And yeah, and it sucks because, I gained a relationship with these people, the clients that I had. I mean, they would, I would talk to them every other day, and it just sucks. It just
happens.
Really sucks. But I'm ready to move on with my life, get a steady paycheck each week, or I think they pay every other week. But just a steady paycheck, get rid of all this credit card debt, and get my life financially back to where it's supposed to be.
So, maybe you've heard the big news. Blink-182.
Oh, it's back.
Tom DeLonge is back in the band.
Yeah.
They're having a new album come out. They're going on tour. Have you seen the prices for tickets?
Isn't that like $1,000?
They're getting crazy. I have an old workplace associate who purchased some tickets.
Oh, my.
That individual spent $90 for their tickets.
Oh, okay. That's not really that bad.
Yeah, for the nosebleeds.
Oh, it was for the nosebleeds?
When I was looking, I was like, I really want to go to the show because, the teenager in me would like to go see him. And my wife, she hates music. She hates concerts. She hates the fact that I play an instrument. She just hates it so much. She's like, I hate you, and I hate music, and I hate concerts, and I'll never go to one with you ever. So I was looking at New York City, and the standing room only was they were going for $800 a ticket. But these are pre-sale, I think. I think they actually went on sale today, but I'm not 100% sure. But anywho, last night I got a message from TJ and this group chat that I'm in with my cousin, my uncle, and TJ. Because I'm always like, hey, go Bills or whatever on Sundays. And he doesn't chime in often, but yesterday he chimed in, and it was half of the picture was how much the tickets were going for. The other half of the picture was a picture of Tom DeLonge with the words
saying so.
So I will not. Oh, did I send that to you?
No, I've seen it though on Facebook.
But yeah, $1,500 for tickets.
That's fucking crazy.
Way. That's crazy.
Yeah, but you know what? People would pay it though.
Yeah.
People will fucking pay it because they want to see Blink-182, the original members. Actually, you know what? I think Travis Parker wasn't one of the original members of Blink-182.
There's no member called Travis Parker in the band.
Oh, who is the drummer?
Travis Barker.
Oh, Travis Barker. Oh, Travis Barker was
Travis Kardashian Barker.
Yeah, he was in the
Parker. Barker. With a B.
Barker. Travis Barker.
Yeah.
Anyways, he was in the original member. They had a drummer, but he died of I think it was either a brain tumor or something that had to do with the brain.
Did he die? I don't know. Messages. Talk about it in the comments below.
Yeah.
Who he was if he died.
Because I remember, yeah. Because what was it? No, actually, I don't. It was either Dude Ranch or
is that one of their albums, or is that a Green Day album?
No, Dude Ranch is a Blink-182. What was the one before that though? It was like some cat one. I don't remember. But anyways, Blink-182
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
It is. I just spilled all over myself.
Yeah, I know, I saw. Well, that's how it was when I was taking my medicine. Spilled all over myself.
Yeah.
The other day, I was reading this news article about a person who was on death row, and the individual survived 3 lethal injections. 3, count it, 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, like, I was talking to the missus about it. I'm like, don't you think, like, if you survive, you know, the death penalty, that you should be able to be free or whatever? What are your thoughts on that?
There was, you remember the show, I think it was like 1,000 Ways to Die? It was on Spike.
Yeah, I never watched it, but yes.
Well, they would have stories about like how these people like basically died. And there was this one with a lethal injection. And so what they did was they tied a rubber band or elastic band over the arm, and they would inject them. But they didn't take the rubber band part off the arm. And so he was surviving. And he was like, oh, you can never kill me. And so I've heard of that. I've heard stuff like that, like people getting lethal injections and like surviving. But should they be let free after that? No.
Why?
Then they're going to go kill other people down the road.
Maybe not. You never know.
What do you think? It's going to be a wake-up call? Hell no. They'll still do it.
Let us know what you guys think in the comments below.
Yeah.
If you survive the death penalty, should you get to walk?
Yeah.
But you could Google it. I can't remember where I was reading it, but
yeah.
I don't remember all the stuff that it was talking about. But yeah, I think he's trying to sue or something.
The guy that got the lethal injection?
Yeah, 3 of them.
Sued for what?
I don't know. Botched attempted lethal injections.
I don't know. Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you for joining us at the Bogart Podcast this week. But call in 585-678-1660. Email the show, thebogartpodcast@gmail.com. And tell me what you thought about this episode. Also, support us. thebogartpodcast.com/merch. Again, I have a extra large lime green logo t-shirt. It's black. And I can ship it out.
Lime green.
What? Oh, the logo's lime green. My bad. Oh. The logo's lime green. The t-shirt is black. So I can ship out anytime. So if you want to get a t-shirt, message me or go to the merch page at thebogartpodcast.com. So until next week, we'll see you on the other side. This has been a Beer Pirate Radio production.